is my kingdom come. This is my kingdom come. When you feel my heat, look into my eyes. It's where my demons hide. It's where my demons hide.
What is going on, guys? How's it going? Welcome back to the first ever episode of HUT Roulette Season 2 for NHL 14. It is here. I am so excited to get into it. I just want to say thank you guys for commenting all of the rules in the last video. We got a bunch of great ones, and I'm going to implement them into this. So if your rule got picked, thank you very much. And let's get into the rules. So first off, this rule is from me. It is going to be every division that we advance, I'm going to open a pack. So obviously Division 10, 9, 8, they're going to be a little bit easier. But once we get down to like 2 and 3, it's going to be harder to advance through the division. So I get to open up a pack every single time I advance a division. I think that's a pretty cool idea, and I'm pretty lucky with HUT packs this year, so who knows, maybe we'll pull something sick for our team. And we got another rule here. This one comes from I'm Mormon83 and Connor Duncan. They're pretty much the exact same concept, just based on different things. So I'll throw up the screenshots right now. And Connor Duncan says, based on the score, if the score is 4-2, you buy the second player on the fourth page, or I could buy the fourth player on the second page. This one comes from I'm Mormon, pretty much the exact same concept. He says the number of hits you get picks the player for you. Example, if you get 32 hits, you buy the second player on the third page. I think that's amazing. Connor Duncan, that was good too with the score, but I think I'm going to go with the hits because I average like 50 hits per game. It's pretty crazy. I like to hit a lot. So we're going to hit, and we are going to get players via that way. So if I get 82 hits, we got to get the 8th player on the second page or the second player on the 8th page, whatever I decide to do for that time. But it is going to be very, very cool. So thank you for those two rules. We're going to implement that for sure. And this one comes from MLB The Show 2013. This one had one of the highest rated comments, and I can see why, because it is a great, great rule. So he says for every goal a player scores, he gets a +8 games to his contract. If his contract runs out and he doesn't score, you have to sell him. Thank God. I think that is an amazing idea. I'm going to have a tally on Microsoft Word that I will show you guys at the end of each video, saying, say I get, I don't know, like a player, who's a random player in the NHL, Dynast Zubris was the first player that I thought of. But say he hasn't scored and he's only got 1 game left on his contract. He only has 1 game to score a goal to be on the team. If not, I'm going to put him up for $50, and then you guys can go ahead and try to pick him. I'll put him up for like 3 days for like $50 or whatever. But yeah, so I think that's a great idea. If players are not performing, they got to go, and everyone gets a +8 games to their contract. I think that is amazing. But one thing I want to ask you guys, what if I buy a player and he has like a 40-game contract and he doesn't score for like 40 games? What do I do with that? So there's something that I got to ask you guys, but I think it's going to be very, very, very cool. So thank you for those 3 really good rules. I'm going to implement them. Obviously, we can implement more as it goes on, but let's get into some gameplay here. The first ever game for HUT Roulette. We're starting in Division 10, and we get to add some players here. I am so excited. Let's go. All right, here's the all-star team. Our best player being Dustin Jeffrey, 78 overall, if you do not count Andreas Lindbeck. But Andreas Lindbeck is 81, so that should be very, very good. We're jumping into a game here against a LA Kings fan, and this guy had a stacked team. So I don't know how we got matched up against him, but one thing that I did notice was, as you just watched there, the shot kind of just fluttered to the net, and that's what it did the whole time. Every single shot was just a flutterer. No matter how much effort or how much strength or how much wind-up I would put into it, it would just kind of float to the net. But he does only get 2 shots that period, but does get 1 goal there with Kyle Okposo. And then on a delayed penalty call, he's going to take it out over to LeCavalier, just a weak backhand over the glove of Andreas Lindbeck, and just like that, we are down 2-0. But look at that, like his player, they're just too big, they're too fast, and with my players being like 46 to like 55 overall, it's really an unfair advantage, and I hate losing. And he gets the final goal there to be 5-0. We really had no highlights because the only highlights we had was me just fluttering the puck to the net. I couldn't do anything. We had the exact same amount of shots. I did have 24 hits, so that means we are going to get the 4th player on the second page to get our 1st player. Hopefully we have no more games like this. I absolutely hate losing. I have a sick feeling in my stomach whenever I lose, and I just hate it. But that guy had a stacked team. He had Taylor Hall and Ryan Suter and PK Subban. He was just stacked. So couldn't really blame our team for that one because our worst player is 46 overall and our best being a 78 overall. But fortunately for us, Lindbeck is not fatigued, which is crazy because he let in 5 goals, but I guess I'll take that. But we got to get our first player here. This is going to go down in history. This is big time. So what I'm going to do is implement another rule here. If I do win, I am going to get an NHL player. So I will search by NHL, and that would make me get a much better player. See, it could be Mike Richards, or it could be a crappy one like Cody Hodgson, or anyone really. But what I'm going to do is search by just anybody. So either I could get a good player like Spezza, or I could get a John Mitchell, or I could get a AHL guy. So it's kind of really up in the air. So I got 24 hits last game. That means I got to go get the 4th player on page number 2. So let's see. This is it. Drum roll, please. This is going to be 1, 2, 3, 4. A goalie, Victor Fast for 15K. I'll take it. I don't even care. Victor Fast, a goalie. Nice. Beautiful. I am way too excited about that. 15K is an extremely overpayment because he's worth about 5 to 10, but I will take that. We got a new starting goaltender in Victor Fast. Although that will not help out our offense, it's going to help out with the goalies. So we got 2 really good goalies right now. We can get this guy out of here. Landon Bow, you can get out of here. Victor Fast, baby. There he is. That makes our team 2.5 stars. We are big time rolling right now. Unfortunately, we have no offensive guns just yet, but I'm sure that will come. So let's get into game number 2 now. Victor Fast, baby. There he is. So excited to use this guy. 85 overall. Extremely solid. Let's actually see how he was playing for his previous owner. He went 7-5, so not terrible. Let's see how he does with our HUT Roulette team. Victor Fast, baby. Into game number 2 here with our HUT Roulette against a guy with the OKC Barons logo, and right here he's got Danny Heatley going to do a one-handed windmill. It's going to miss, but he's going to strip our defenseman of the puck on a string. What a goal that was. That's why he is a fucking all-star, and Danny Heatley puts him up 1-0. I feel like we're getting a lot of shots and a lot of hits, just not getting that goal support, but that all changes right here.
Here's Vitale shooting, he scores!
Joe Vitale goes down in the history book, scoring the first goal for HUT Roulette for this year, but he comes firing right back with the speedy Mike Camilleri on a breakaway, a short-handed breakaway that is. Gonna get one there for him, but Joe Vitale again gonna pick up the garbage. Nice little celly there, going to the center ice dot, but right here is gonna give it right to us again. What a snipe, what an easy goal that was. That was Bartulis or something, some big Swedish defenseman. Not a bad goal at all.
As he tried to get it in front. Now came back to Yakupov. He scores! A bullet, a high hard one from Nail Yakupov.
Back and forth we go. After Yakupov scored, Brandon Gall, the 54 overall first liner, is going to score for us there, getting the lead, but Dan Hamhuis is going to come in for almost the exact same spot as the Yakupov goal, and he is going to tie the game, forcing it into overtime. We had so many chances in the overtime period, just could not beat Craig Anderson. We got shot after shot after shot, but this game was just goal-filled, no real fights, no big hits, no nothing. We are headed into a shootout here with our new goalie, Victor Fast. And to start it off, Fast is going to chuck out that right pad to make the nice stop. He actually makes a couple of really nice right pad stops here, but we got Dustin Jeffrey coming in with some dangles, more dangles for days, and he's going to go backhand. My signature move works almost every single time, but again with the right pad, going to stuck it out there for the nice stop. Stones Mike Camilleri. Joe Vitale, the 2-goal man, can end it here. Oh my god, I don't know where that move came from, but that was so embarrassing. Victor Fast can end it here, and he flashes the leather. What a stop that was. Victor Fast in his first game going to get the first victory. It wasn't pretty, but we'll take it. Our first victory with HUT Roulette. We win, get our first victory. Joe Vitale, what a game. 2 goals, 2 big goals at that. This guy had 2 points. I think Loff had a goal or something, and I don't know, we just played amazing. I loved that whole game. Victor Fast didn't play great, but he still got the big W. So I'm not going to go by hits this time. I'm going to go by goals. Since we actually scored now, I'm going to get the 5th player on the 4th page. Since we won 5-4, I'm going to switch it up. I think for every single win, I'll do it for the for the goals. Every single loss, I'll do it for the hits. How does that sound? So let's get the 5th player on the 4th page here. This is going to be page number 1. We're searching by NHL because we did win. This is going to be 2. This is going to be page number 3 and 4. We got to get the 5th player. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Derek Meach. Are you kidding me? Oh, Derek Meach. Oh, man. We could have got a Steve Downey or a Roman Polak. We got a Derek Meach. Oh, man. He's going to be our best defenseman. Still, oh, man. That kind of sucks. All right, let's buy him. $500. Derek Meach. Oh, man. I just want some offensive guns. I mean, Vitali's good. He's got a decent amount of, he's got decent stats. But other than that, we're really weak offensively. And, oh, Derek Meach, that kind of sucks. Okay, so let's slot him in here. He's definitely going to be our best defenseman, so I'll take out our worst defenseman, which is a 43 overall. Oh, my God. Get out of there, buddy. And we're going to put you there, and then Loft or something. Yeah, he's going to go there, and now there he is. So we got Derek Meach, the all-star defenseman. No, yeah, Derek Meach, says 74 overall, 29 years old, left two-way defenseman. Let's see how he does here. In the next game, we are 1-1 with our HUT Roulette team, but we got the all-star, Derek Meach. What do we got to worry about? Hopping into the last game of the episode against a Nashville Predators fan, and this guy, he had Eddie Lack in the cage. Eddie Lack just stopped everything. I could not beat him. I had so many chances, but he was just playing amazing. He gets one ugly goal right there in front, so it is 1-0 for him going into the second period.
Here's a chance for Atkinson in on goal. Stop by the right toe of Eddie Lack.
Eddie frickin' Lack stopping absolutely everything. Look at this. Oh my God, that was a for sure goal. But he does get one right here. He's going to chuck it on net. Going to brutal rebound from Victor Fast and going right to Sam Gagner for the 2-0 goal. And that's how it is going to end. 30 shots, but could not muster up anything. Oh man, I was so mad because I thought like we should have won that game. We played awesome, but couldn't beat Eddie Lack. Alright, so that one was kind of a heartbreaker. We lose 2-0. Victor Fast is now fatigued, so we're going to have to start Andreas Lembeck in the next game. Unfortunately, this is going to be the last player we're going to get for episode number 1. I did want to get this one out really quick, so the commentary may not be as well as the other ones, and I kind of rushed this one out because I really want to get the first episode out because a lot of people have been demanding it, but from here on out, I'm going to take more time from editing and whatnot. But first episode is going to be kind of sloppy, but other than that, let's get into it here. We got 30 hits last time. So that means we've got to get the third player on, actually the 30. How would that work? Actually, I guess we'll just get the first player on page number 30 because we got 30 hits. I guess we'll go with that yeah, so we'll go ahead and do that. Right now, going to be the first player on page number 3. If we get an even number or like a 1 with a 0 in it, that's what we will do. And we get a Emerson Edom, a 77 overall sniper. Yes, he is going to be a first-line right winger to play alongside Joe Vitale and Dustin Jeffrey. So now we have a whole first line of 75 and above players. I know it doesn't sound like much, but with this team, anything helps. And Emerson Edom is a stud. He's going to be a stud in the future. There we go, Emerson Edom. I have to go to my watch list now, but there we go. We got Emerson Edom. Very happy about that. The Mighty Ducks, the Anaheim Ducks prospect. I think he's playing this year in the actual team, so not a bad price. Obviously one of the cheaper players we are going to get, but that is going to be the end of the episode, guys. I did hope you enjoyed it. This one was a little bit sloppy, like I mentioned earlier. I just really want to get it out to you guys, so I didn't do too much editing or too much anything. I pretty much did this in 12 hours, and usually it would take me a couple of days to get all my editing and everything, but I wanted to rush this one out because it is a highly demanded thing. There we go, Emerson Edom now on the first line, our first gold player. There it is. Beauty. I'm so stoked about that. But thank you guys for watching. If you did enjoy it, drop a like on that. If you are excited for episode number 2, I'm going to try to have episode number 2 out in a couple days because all I want to play is HUT Roulette because it is so fun. If any of you guys would like to start a HUT Roulette, just do it. It is so fun. You will not regret it at all. It is a lot of fun. It's kind of frustrating at the start because if you're used to playing with good players, like usually I play with Chara and Weber and Gabrick, and they can hit. Like Chara bowls through people, but with these guys, it's like, oh, not really. So I'm used to averaging like 50 hits and like 40 shots per game, when now I'm hitting about like 15 shots and like 12 to 20 hits. So it's kind of frustrating, but whatever. We're going to get better players in the future. I will see you guys in episode number 2. Hope you did enjoy it, and I will see you guys later. Actually, before I head out here, I just want to show you guys the roulette contracts thing where I'm keeping track of all of the contracts that the people get. So Joe Vitale had 2 goals in that episode. This Gal guy had 1, and this Brunius guy, he also had 1. So he gets a +8, he gets a +8, and Joe Vitale gets a +16 to his contract. I will add the contracts when they do expire. So just wanted to show you guys that. Thanks for watching. I'll see you guys later.